And from the beginning I had a hard time. There were times when I had to ask some of my friends for money to buy even a gallon of gas. But listen to me, what did I have to lose? Nothing. And what did I have to gain?
TelexFREE isn't a dream, it's a reality. It's there for everyone.
Right? I knew that it was going to work. It depended on me. My name is Pelé Reis. I am from the interior of Nanuque, Minas Gerais. And I came to Vitória with my wife and one daughter in the year of 1998. At that time, I was in a great financial difficulty. Arriving in Espírito Santo, more precisely the Serra, I went to live in a very humble neighborhood. And there I was able to experience working as a street salesperson and doing things such as selling cheese by the beach. I started to find some of my friends and they were giving me a lot of support. And then I started noticing that I could grow as a street salesperson. But then a possibility came to me. Some of my friends were telling me that I could make some money by selling barbecue. They told me I could make good profit. And then I took the initiative and basically had no money. So we started with a small barbecue place. It was really small, just me and my wife.
And so it started. We started selling during the summer at the beach. And then we opened up a bar. At this bar, I started working there and I started making barbecue.
And my income wasn't what I wanted. I'd say it was kind of close to a minimum wage salary. And I knew that I had the potential to grow a lot more. And I started searching and looking for something. And that is a fact, I never stopped trying. And sometimes I would spend a whole night just reading books and just trying to enrich myself and be the best that I could be. So that when that day came and the opportunity knocked on my door, I would be ready to accept that opportunity. And the results started to come too in my barbecue place. But then an unfortunate situation happened. I had some inspection problems and I was forced to stop my business and then I had to move on. I had to respect their decision. So I tried to do what was right and I tried to do the right thing. And everything I had acquired started to diminish, everything I wanted to have.
There were days that we would take our merchandise and go sell it, but they didn't let us work, and so we would have to go back home, go back with the merchandise, even though we didn't work. And so it was, and Pelé was very stressed. And he had that desire to overcome, and he was searching for something. He always searched for something, always worked hard.
And from the beginning, I had a hard time. There were times when I had to ask some of my friends for money to buy a gallon of gas. I was still very inexperienced in the marketplace. It wasn't easy. But I never lost hope, thank God, and I will never lose hope.
There were moments in my life, and in Pelé's life, and our oldest daughter, she was a year old. And so there were moments that we didn't have money. He would go sell something and he couldn't. And he would come home with no money. There were moments where I only had rice and beans. There were moments that I had to blend the beans and put it in her bottle. And she would drink. And this, I tried to hide from him because I saw how much he searched, how much he worked hard. And he would ask me, "Do you have enough money for milk?" And I would say, "Yes," but I didn't. But he was already so anguished, And so just trying so hard. If I told him, he would leave so upset and he wouldn't be able to sell anything.
There were some moments that I would look to my wife when she was working, and I would see my wife making a great sacrifice. She would be making the barbecue, and she was going through a situation, and she had developed this thing in her hand due to the repetitive movements. She had a nerve that needed to be removed, and it was inflamed, and she needed to go through surgery. And with all of that happening, I noticed the great sacrifice we were making to earn our daily bread. And that was when I asked God for strength, and that He would give us an opportunity to show that we were capable of overcoming. So when facing all of the failures that we had in life, and I'm grateful for the hardships, because if someone has never failed, it's because they haven't tried. But I have always tried. So I came to know about other companies, especially in the area of marketing, and they were very different from the traditional. And it's been a while since this has happened. But with these other companies, I did not see a potential for profit. So obviously it wasn't gonna work out for me, because that was something that I always visualized, not only for me, but for everyone. And then it came to a moment that it seemed like I was on the fence, just a little push and I would fall, and I would give up on everything. And that's when TelexFREE came about. And this was a very strong moment in my life. And when I remember this, and I'm talking about this before the public, I remember that I would start looking to my daughters, because I had 4 daughters at the time. Now imagine this. I was 52 years old, and I'm saying this for all of you who are at a certain age, right? Don't lose hope yet. I was 52 years old, and I wasn't leaving anything for my daughters, because I don't know when I'm gonna go, and that's a reality. By 52 years old, I should have acquired something already, but I didn't have anything. I was suffering because of my situation. And what could we do? Where were we gonna find the strength? The first thing we did was ask God. And that was when this opportunity came about. The opportunity to work at TelexFREE. I thought to myself, oh my God, when I visualized this opportunity through my sponsor that showed me the opportunity, and I made a decision, and it was the best decision that I made in my life. And if it wasn't for my children, my kids, even though they're not kids anymore, if it wasn't for them, and if it wasn't for my wife, I would never have reached this opportunity, and I would probably not be where I am today. So it was through an invitation that I was able to join. And these invitations, they are very simple. So I went and I got some more information about the person. And I remember that I was amazed. And especially on that first day, I remember that I was amazed, because I knew that I could resolve my financial situation. And I'm not talking about my present situation, but also my financial situation of about 52 years ago. So this was no joke. My journey in this company was very important, because I always believed, and I have no shame in saying that I didn't really tell my wife in the beginning. But it's okay, I mean, what did I have to lose? Nothing, honestly nothing. But what could I gain? So I started out with a small amount. It was just a little bit, a leftover that I had from my barbecue place. So I made a decision, and I knew that it was going to work, and that it was depending on me. Now listen, in my first month of work, I started noticing the results that were coming already. So what happened? Things started to change step by step. People, I am saying step by step, but these were huge steps that were happening, right? It wasn't too long since I had joined the company. It was about 4 months, and I was able to acquire an apartment in Ribeirão Preto, so I was able to travel there with part of my family that is there and get to know that city. So I bought an apartment. I also bought some land there. I bought farmland. And then I thought, well, okay, was I needing anything else? Well, of course I was, right? So then the process started. And my wife said to me, well, what about our home? Because up until this point, we were paying rent.
And it seemed like a dream, like to have my own home. I always battled to have my own home. I always wanted, and I would argue with him, and I wanted to have our own home. In my family, all my sisters, they had their own home. It was a humble home, but they did. And he had a certainty. He would tell me, I will give you your home, and I will pay for it with cash. Relax, you don't have to worry. But I would get upset with that. How did he have such certainty? And I can't even explain, he had such certainty.
Now you have no idea what a gift this was to my wife, to have her own home. And it's not just any home, but it's an apartment right in front of the beach. And this apartment is located in one of the best places here in Espírito Santo. I also was able to trade my car twice in a period of 15 days. So things started to happen. So one day I got an invitation to go to an event in Novo Hamburgo, Rio Grande do Sul. And with this job, you kind of have to give some assistance. We do get paid well to do that. And when arriving in Novo Hamburgo, a friend of mine who's a director there and was responsible for organizing the event, he turned to me and he said, "Pelé, you're not going to believe what I'm gonna show you." And it was a Ferrari in a store, and this was on a Saturday, and it was around 11 p.m. and I had my flight scheduled to Sunday morning. But I made a point to miss my flight so I could see the Ferrari up close on the Monday. And it was incredible, people. It was as if this Ferrari, this machine, was asking me to do a test drive. And then so what happened? Well, when I noticed, I was already making the first payment for my Ferrari.
TelexFREE isn't a dream, it's a reality. It's there for everyone. I don't have a degree. I did not get a diploma. So at TelexFREE, you don't need to have a college degree. You just need to desire, you just need to have a dream. It is there for anyone.
I am very thankful for TelexFREE. I'm very thankful for Jimmy Neri, who is my mentor and who is also the president, and Carlos Vanzalé and his partner, and wow, there's so many names, and if I start saying names here, I'm gonna forget about some people because there are so many. Carlos Costa, hug to you, brother, love you. This is just a small part of my story. This is where everything started and how it started. And I take this chance to tell you, beyond the fact that I'm 52, you can see that I'm in good shape. And I want to be around for a long time so I can enjoy all of the money that I have right now. And I say it to all of you who think you hit rock bottom. And also to you that can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Take hold of this opportunity right now. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Awaken the giant that is inside of you. I am here in this moment so I can shake you. I'm here today to wake you up. Come work with us today. You have a giant inside of you. Go there, take a look in the mirror. Awaken this giant inside of you. Tell yourself, you know what, I can do this. If Pelé was able to do it, why am I not gonna be able to do it? I send you a hug. May God be with you. We are in this together and we're gonna get out of this situation together. Kiss to all of you, and I'll see you next time.